If you are a fan of the original Talos Principle, you do not want to miss this. The Talos Principle just got a Reawakened Remastered mode with a surprising amount of new stuff, including community puzzles. But there's also new official stuff. I mean, we have the original Talos Principle, remastered, more beautiful, the Road to Gehenna DLC, which I've never played, and a new DLC that nobody's played. In the beginning, contain spoilers to the main game, that's fine. I played it a while ago and I remember the story, but if you have not played the original Talos Principle, this is a really good chance to just get into it and play it. It is an iconic, legendary old puzzle game that has a lot of interesting implications to it. By the way, thank you to the developers for sponsoring this first look. If you want to go get the Talos Principle Reawakened, check it out via the link in the description. Yeah, so it's about Alexandra Drennan, the creator of the Talos Principle system. The idea of like the main game, and again, spoilers here, so do play the main game. Humanity is dying quickly and suddenly, and in our last-ditch effort, we're basically trying to transfer human consciousness to machines to have robots outlive us, but also kind of be us. It's very philosophical about like what makes a human rather than just like a machine that's following code. And this is the first test of the system before the main game where it's actually like trying to give a robot sentience. They're proving that it works. We have a door here with sigils. Okay, so I need to go back and find these sigils to enter. And already you can tell it's better graphics than the first game. They're applying a lot from Talos 2 to this. It's got a little red thing.
The original first draft of the story for In the Beginning was a lot smaller,
developer commentary
than what we have now.
I'm actually going to let you guys listen to developer commentary your own time. I want to get to the puzzles. And I think the main game should also have developer commentary. But I want to solve some puzzles right now because this is how I prove I'm a human being and not just a robot solving code. So the goal of the puzzle, and every puzzle, is to try to get one of these floating Tetris pieces, but it's behind a door. And it seems to be blocked off by two beam receptors, a red and a blue beam. And just showing, we can connect the red beam to the red goal via the connector. It'll transfer the beam and power that, but we need to be doing both. So let's just take this and explore the level a bit. We have a jammer right here is hitting the door, and it turns into a gate if it's not active. So maybe somehow if I could get this on the other side of the door, I could use it to disable the blue barrier. But how are we gonna do that? Well, there's some stuff up here in the castle, so maybe I could take a connector, and I assume this red connector will power a fan here, which should let me jump up and let me get... You trolls. You absolute trolls. No, I gotta strafe over here, get a cube, which actually doesn't help me that much. The cube can have a purpose, because there's a blue receptor here that if I take this and connect from blue to that, you'll see it's actually blocked by a fence. So you gotta go in the third dimension. Drop a little cube here, pick these up, and plop it down on top of the cube, and suddenly we have the height to still hit the fence, you absolute idiot. Okay, but what if it could get even higher? I'm talking like up here kind of high. The question is, how do I get it up there? Because in order to get it there, I need to use that same connector to power the red beam. So let me take this and just keep it right now. I'm aware that if I place a box on this pad and then place a connector on top of it, the fan can blow both the box and the connector. That was established in pretty much all the games. So what if I make more connections? Also connect to red? Then I'll have two inputs, so that's no good. Out of curiosity, am I able to jam this? Oh, I could stand here and with my body block it and then launch it up there. Look! Oh! I need to somehow jam that, which I guess actually can be done. Hold on, so this is a surprisingly complicated puzzle. I guess that's expected for it being a DLC. But yeah, there's a lot of interesting mechanics here at play. But look at this, now that it's jammed, all of a sudden the blue laser is connected. But now, my main issue is as soon as I unjam the fan, it's just gonna blow off. And this isn't just a game where you go fast and everything will be fine. Oh wait, you can't go fast, but there's a connector here. Where did this come from? Above. You see a little fan in there? I think the fan blew the connector down, so when I was connected to this, not only did the gate open, but the fan pushed this out, giving me more to solve the puzzle. All right, so hold up. Now, because I have 2 connectors, I can have 2 separate connections between red and blue, which is looking nice. I think I'm actually just gonna grab this real quick. And what's also nice is that generally you cannot cross the beams, but if you use the 3rd dimension, you can stack it on top and then kind of connect overwards to open the door and get our first little Tetris piece.
Child program has completed puzzle and collected token.
I'm a big boy now.
What does it mean to be human?
I don't think humanity is something that can be found in a single property. It's an emergent phenomenon that requires multiple criteria to be met, some of which may seem contradictory.
What is my role in the creation of humanity?
You can't just create a new humanity out of thin air, and unfortunately, neither can we. So, we have to work together to create the conditions that will allow humanity to emerge. My team will begin the process, and you will complete it after we're, gone.
Calibrating.
Interesting. So she's setting up the system, actually presenting us with some pretty involved puzzles. Step 1, find anything I can work with right now. I've got a fan. Okay, actually this is something. Can detach that and use that to hold down a button to at least let me check out some of these areas in more detail and then access more items. There we go. And let me check this other area too. Okay, not much, but at least I have the potential to do more. What do I want to try? Maybe get in a box here? Well, I don't know. Maybe I can continue to do more with like the red laser. Where's the blue laser? Ah, well, this is the red laser hole. You may have also noticed a star as we passed through the beginning of the puzzle. Stars are like a harder objective. So if you think this puzzle's hard, wait until you see a star version. So I'm gonna try setting up a little connection here. No, there's a wall in the way. Okay, what if I plop it down like here and then find a good sweet spot, or the bar is gonna rock it? No? All right, the bars have opened up, but I think I need a 3rd object. Yeah, otherwise I can't get through here. It's never that easy, but you know what I could do? I could connect to up there. So now at least I have a little bit more accessibility. Wing! Oh shit! Up, whoop, whoop, whoop! Alright, so I have an insane vantage point. You could probably put like a box up here with something on it, and that would, well, I guess probably transfer laser power. Now I am not really going anywhere. I can land over here and potentially get myself stuck, but that's not happening now. And this actually seems to be the same thing on the other side. Interesting. Okay, let me mess around a bit more. There was the fan in the center. What can I do with this? I can float up here. Oh, and this is my Tetris piece goal. Okay. It's nice to at least know the goal, but unfortunately that does not help with the puzzle yet. Well, so realistically, somehow I have to be able to get in. What about over here? Maybe that's the gate I want, because I guess I could drop the fan down here and access the blue laser and then set that down. At least I can open this door, but that doesn't actually get me further because this is blocked off. But I guess a red connection could also be good here. How would I do that though? Yeah, I would need a 2nd connector, so that doesn't sound right. Oh, well there's another, oh, there's a box back here. Okay, there's so much to find in this level. Might as well go and get that box, because finally I can do something here. With the box, at least now I can hold this down. And now connect. Perfect. At least letting me in this far. Can I take this fan? I can. More detachable fans. Another red laser. I need another connector though. I just need to be able to connect to red for long enough. Yeah, I just need to be able to connect to red for long enough, so maybe getting it to be airborne would be enough. I have the box, so a lot can actually be done with this. What I'm gonna do is connect to this, even though I can't see it, and this, and then the goal is to set it down here, but I can't just do that yet. Gotta put it on the box. But does it reach? No, because it can't actually connect through the wall. So it's self-sustaining once it's up there, but getting up there is not easy. Well, frustratingly, I didn't do everything I could. Because I guess actually going back here, I just totally missed this purple gate with another connector. But you can't bring items through purple gates. So it's never that easy. However, I could take this and drop it up here. No, I cannot. But if I could get up there with a box, then we might be cooking. Oh, this is fascinating. Oh! It's a red laser there, huh? Interesting. Hold on. What if I set up almost a self-sustaining connection to the other connector? Now, plopping it down here, still an issue. Even if I was to hit the fence, the laser is blocked by that type of fence. There's different type of fences that block lasers. So I'm going to try putting it here. Well, out of curiosity, what happens if I take the fan and just attach here? Where does this send me? Into this area. Well, that's interesting. I could actually then take a box with me. Almost. I need the box for this button, and we've already established the connector can't hold it down. Okay, what if I put the connector on top? No. Maybe there's a spot about here? Almost. Like, actually almost. Hold on. Hold on. Look at this. Well, I've connected. But actually, this is still a choke point. Unless if I'm able to connect to this laser, removing this connector will still shut the door because everything runs through it. I have to grab it like this. Oh, but I guess I could stand here and make a connection there. Hold on. We might be onto something here. Am I able to grab hold of that laser and just connect to the door there? Possibly. If I'm able to keep my connections, maybe I can see this too. Yes, I can. Now, all of a sudden, we don't need this button. As a matter of fact, we don't need this either. I can actually just take the box in. Now, hold on, the box can go over, and the fan. And me along with it, because now we're on the inside. I've got a fan active, and, well, like I can send myself up here and then over. Oh God. Let's not do that again. You can also send items individually, which then lets me escape with you. Okay. Now we're really getting somewhere. Let's see though, hold on. Can I connect directly from, yeah, here to here? I think I can. Right now I'm just crossing the streams. Well, this is where the box comes in to help me not cross the streams. Put this up here. So now I can take this back. Oh, and I can use this to also connect to here. So now I have one laser holding open both doors, which means I do not need this connector there. I can bring it back. Now, that is valuable, at least a little bit, but it isn't perfect yet. And now I can even take the box, but I think I want to get the last laser out. Well, hold on. I could take this and then move the same thing to be around here. No, there's going to be a connection problem, but hold on. Wait. It can go about here. Yeah, so one door opens at a time. And what I like better about that position is now I can access this as a red beam from other angles that I previously wouldn't be able to. Can I access it from up here? No. Wait a second. Do I even need to be doing all this stuff? What if I just make this connection to keep the door open and then use what I did before to hold the other door open with the power of this connector? Then I don't actually need this here and I can walk through with it. Awesome. Progress. Well, because now, because I have two connectors, I can actually connect up here. No, I cannot. Okay, but what I absolutely can do is do something similar just right here. But taking the fan, unlocking the blue laser, I could then set up the blue laser to connect below. So now, with this, I finally have access to the third connector. Progress. Every little bit of progress helping me get up there. Is that even my goal now? Well, I still gotta probably get this other box, right? Second box. So maybe I gotta connect blue to blue. And then I'm gonna set up a little red connection right here. And then kind of come around the back side, I think. Go red to red, but I'm gonna need a box just to get some verticality here. Which is perfectly fine. Oh, it just barely connects. Okay, I'm sure I can find a better location. Maybe somewhere right here. Because, like, it's a lot closer to the beam, it's much easier for it to go over, letting me get this second box. But, does that mean it's solved at all? Probably not. Maybe. What if I connect to this? And also to the blue thing up there, and just let this sit. And then try to connect the laser to the connector, maybe just down here. Actually, before I do that, I also want this connector to connect to the source. And this way, it can possibly be self-sustaining at a point. Because the goal is to just get the initial jump spark going. Just connect this now, so then it can power itself afterwards. Yes! 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 Excellent. Okay, so then I just need to do the same thing, but for the other side. So connect to the source, and the fan, and the goal. And with this second box, I can just create up the exact same setup as I did on the other side. And I still have a leftover connector to jumpstart the whole thing, but I'm like, no, there's no way. I still have the fan for the laser, so actually it's perfectly good. And yeah, once I grab the fan, I can get this gate down, and then all of a sudden, hell yeah, get it self-sustaining. So now I can take this fan, head on up, and collect the Tetris piece. Hard-earned.
Trials program has completed puzzle and collected token.
Yeah, boy. How do we get to that star?
Hi, it's Other Alex. Sorry to interrupt.
See if I can figure that out.
Have you heard anything at all from O'Brien? He said he'd get in touch when he got to the lab in Portland.
No, nothing. I'm sorry.
Okay, I guess I guess the whole network is still down over there. You don't think he's
No, that would be too soon.
Then it's probably just crappy infrastructure. So what do I do?
Focus on your other tasks. One thing at a time, okay? You're doing well.
Okay. Thanks, boss.
Now go get some sleep.
All right, I've lowered it all. Like, I feel like I got to get myself up here, you know? Like, because the star's over here, so I figure if I could break out of the walls, then I'm sitting pretty. Take this, connect to possibly here, and then plop it down and jump on. No, hold on. There's got to be a spot. Right here. No, it's close. This doesn't seem to be working. Can I access from the outside? There's a ladder there. Well, if you think you know how to get that star, go and get the game yourself. Talos Principle is done best with challenging puzzles, and I assure you, these are tricky. So thank you again to the devs for sponsoring, and thank you for watching. Check out the Talos Principle Reawakened, and have a wonderful day. Peace.